So these three are having their minds blown right now. Just out here on the trail. Beanie! Up, up, up. Good girl. Decent responsiveness from the dogs that have been here the longest, which I would expect. Piper! Yes. So short distances. Lots of heavy rewarding. Chloe, yes. I mean, it's so hard to do this for any puppy, any dog. I don't care how old you are. This is really hard. Winston! He's like, oh, okay, I guess so. Hi. Beanie. Yes. So I try to catch them at times where they're not fully on the run or fully investigated in something to get some good successful reps in, and then they get to go play again. This is my most favorite thing to do in the world, honestly. Just taking dogs on a trail and letting them, Piper! Hi! Just letting them sniff and run like little crazy animals and play. It literally brings me so much joy. Hi. Hi. So I want to talk about another thing while I'm out here on this trail. And it's a concept that is kind of foreign to people, I think, a lot of times. But trainers touch on it a lot. Come on, guys. Let's go. Somebody, AKA Beanie. If I let me just interject a thought here. If I hadn't had many of my own hunting dogs, I think I've owned 5 German Shorthairs. If I hadn't had my own hunting dogs, this would freak me out. Like this, just like, where have you gone? Behavior. A golden wouldn't do that. Piper wouldn't do that. Come on. Although she's really happily rolling on something right now. It is just a genetic fact that hunting dogs are bred to not stay close. Well, some of them are, but pointers, they're expected to be really independent off in the woods. This Vizsla is just all over the place. And that would like scare me so bad if I wasn't used to the fact that that's just what they do. And 99% of them always come back after a couple minutes. I have had one that I'm pretty sure would have just happily run off into the woods and disappeared for the rest of his life. He was a special case. But anyway, back to my point of puppies, and especially now that we're going to talk a lot about adolescence here in a couple minutes, or this week. So what is my main point that I want to make is everybody feels like the mantra is kind of like a tired dog is a good dog. Now there's some truth to that. I need to get them the appropriate amount of exercise. I need to get them mental stimulation. These guys are literally so funny. However, what I don't want to do in that pursuit of tiring my dog out, and this is really more for kind of an athletically inclined dog, is create a super athlete. What does that mean? It means that when my dog has a hard time getting tired, I'm constantly taking them out for physical activity. And what you are doing in that scenario is you're building an athlete. You're training, you're constantly training. They're going to need more and more and more exercise. And if I could give a word to most puppy people, it would be like, teach your dog to be bored. Teach them to be happy, like laying around. Teach them to settle. Teach them to lie on their bed. I really want to teach my dog to just be bored sometimes. And we do that with, you know, lots of practice of hanging out on your bed, giving them mental stimulation in the house with a bone or a lick mat or things like that. So don't always think about exercise as the thing that you need to do. Again, you need appropriate amounts of that, but don't overdo it. Work equally as hard on teaching your dog to hang out in the house, love being on their bed, and go out of your way to find toys that you can stuff, that they can lick, that they can play with for long periods of time. So that becomes a good source of entertainment for them. All right, that's my segment for now. Talk to you later. Bye.